It's been a long time coming from the SC, South Carolina, baby. Sometimes it feels like the world is against me, 'cause I'm coming from SC, from heartache and pain, struggle and strain, trying to maintain for the SC. So mama, don't worry, I'ma make my dreams happen.
Hi guys, welcome back to the TheNailJeanieSC. How are you? I hope you are well and your family is doing well. Do me a favor, if you don't mind, if this is your first time visiting the channel, consider subscribing. And if you've been here with me and are returning, I would like to welcome you back. Go ahead and hit that like button for me. It helps out the channel a great deal and help pushes the content out to many more amazing subscribers such as yourself. So yes guys, you see exactly what we are going to be looking at today. So I was sent over a email and asked if I would like to review this airbrush. So I was like, okay, let me, tell me a little bit more about the airbrush. And yes, I would love to review it. So I'm just going to find the brand here. A cordless airbrush kit. It says it can paint your nails, it's gravity fed, dual action intermix. You can use this for DIY painting. You can also use it for makeup, graffiti, nails, and model catering, or like cake decorating. Okay, so there are a lot of things you can do with this airbrush system. So yes, we are going to open up the box. We're going to take a look at this airbrush system. And guys, I will be leaving all the information down listed below for you guys for the system itself, okay? So you'll be able to go over and grab it for yourself. One more thing I wanted to share with you guys before we open up the package. So guys, this is an Amazon product. It is off of Amazon. The store is Bleds, BLEDS. So I will be leaving all of the information down in the description box below for you guys, so you'll be able to go check out this airbrush system for yourself, okay? And I will leave or post maybe in the corner what the airbrush is, all of these items that you'll see on the website, what it comes with, and all of that good stuff. Okay, so let's open this up. Let's find my little knife here, my little gadgets. Okay, so guys, I have added another item to the nail space, a monitor, so I can make sure I'm staying in focus and in view for you guys. You all know that I said I've been having nothing but problems in that department. So yeah, hopefully having this monitor will help make sure I stay in frame for you guys, okay? So please let me know what you think about the new added monitor, and I will list the monitor that I picked up. It does pair with my Apple iPad mini A17 series, so it does pair with it. It comes with a lot of different cords, and I will leave that information down in the description box for you guys if you are having that same issue like I'm having, okay? Alright, so opening up the packaging, I did receive the green one. It does have options on the box, but I'm not sure if these colors are available on Amazon, okay? Alright, so the dual action airbrush upgraded version here, and as you guys can see, you have your instructions that come with the airbrush system, and you definitely want to make sure you always read your instructions, okay? before using any airbrush or any new item for your nail space, whether it's an electronic or gel polish or whatever it is. You want to make sure, if you've never used it before, never tried it before, you want to make sure that you read the instructions very well. So I like that it tells me all of the features. So it has a liquid cup, the liquid outage trigger, the nozzle, the liquid output gear, the power indicator, the power button, and the charging port. So it tells you all of the things to show you where you should put liquid, how you should use the trigger, and how to get your output. Okay, so then it tells you how to use the airbrush, how to clean the airbrush, the specifications of the airbrush, as well as how to assemble the parts to the airbrush. Okay, so a lot of times you may have to disassemble the airbrush, and it's going to tell you how to do that, as well as how to put it back together. Okay, alright, so it's this part here that I think when I own you guys, if you follow me, you know I do have an airbrush system, another brand, of course, and I have had to disassemble and put that one back together, and the airbrush works very well, but I think somewhere in the nozzle or the gear, something is not properly put back, because it just all of a sudden, I have to be careful when I put stuff in it, because it'll start spraying on its own as soon as you turn it on. So just make sure you read those things. Okay, so on the back of the instruction card, you have your do's and don'ts, charge indicator light, adjustable air pressure, airbrush, using tips, dual action airbrush. Okay, and that's how it looks. So let's put it together. Okay, so here, guys, you have the cleaning tools that you will need to clean out your nozzle, to clean out your airbrush system if you ever needed to use these, and you do use them. So, and it gives you all different types, how you can clean out your airbrush system, as well as it gives you this little dropper here to put your liquids in or whatever you need. It helps you to be able to put those liquids in the cup precisely. Okay. Alright, so this is the big one. This is your compressor here. So you need this. This right here is what controls your airbrush machine. Okay. Then you have your little liquid cup. So cute. Nice and green and metallic-y. For the green lovers, they'll love this thing. It goes perfectly with their favorite color and their aesthetics. So pretty. Okay. And you also have a couple of these rings here. In the bag, you have some extras that helps, you know, control the seal of the nozzle, so the air, the paint or whatever is not seeping all over the place. Okay, so then you have your nozzle. Okay, and as you can see, very simple and very easy to put together. So you only have 3 pieces to worry about attaching. So you just twist that on counterclockwise until you get it as tight as, you don't want it too tight. You want to be able to unloose it, but you don't want to strip it. Be careful with that as well. So you just want to make sure you get a nice grip. Okay, and then put your little nozzle, your little liquid cup on. Here is your trigger for your outlet here. And I like my other one because it have a little cap to go over the nozzle. This one don't have the cap for the nozzle, but it's okay. Alright, so now you get some accessories. You get 2 more liquid cups. So if you a person who cake decorate or you paint, these nozzles will be great for you. Now I'm a nail artist, so this nozzle would be all I need in order to put a little bit of product in there to spray on the nails. But if you were a makeup, you using this airbrush, you bought this airbrush for makeup wear, or you bought it for cake decorating, or you bought it to paint or any other type craft, then these 2 will come in handy for you as well. So, you know, when you doing cake decoration, you may need to use this because you're going to use more, you know, coloring or whatever to design your cake. If you're doing makeup, you can use this cup or even this cup. Depends on what you're using. They'll make, you know, your airbrush for. Like if you're using it for your foundation, you probably just use this cup. If you was using it, most time this cup is going to work for if you're doing makeup, of course, because you're going to use this for your foundation, clean it out, and then if you a person who use the coloring for your eye makeup or whatever the case may be, or if you do costume makeup, then you can use this for your coloring or whatever. So there's so many different things you can use this airbrush system for. And I like that they provide all of these different cups. If that's your creative niche. Now, a lot of people think, oh, you showing it on a nail channel, that's the only thing I can use it for. No, you can use this for all type of things as we discussed in the beginning of the video, okay? So I also come with this little charger here. Now, I do have a, you can see the cord is not that long, but it's long enough. I do have a little USB port on my desk. So once I share with you guys how this operates and works, I will charge it, let it charge. Now I am going to use this in another video for you guys so you can, you know, see how I create a set. I want to create a set first and then do the decoration, but right now I just want to unbox and show you guys how it works, and then we can get into using it so you can see how good it is, okay? So this is the on and off button here. So let's see if it got any charging power, and it does not. So I'm gonna have to charge it. So guys, I'm gonna stop the camera, stop rolling, and I'm gonna charge it so you guys can hear and we can see the different speeds of this airbrush. Okay, I'll be back. Alright, guys, so we are back now. I have fully charged this airbrush machine, so we're just gonna turn it on. We don't have anything in the cup as of now. I did tell you guys we'll do that in a second video, but I will put water in here so you guys can see how it flushes or how it sprays. Okay, all right, so let's turn it on. Okay, so we got it on. It don't make a sound, so let's see. Usually when you push the button, everything comes on. Okay, so I don't know, guys. It might not work. Let's see. Let's get the instructions back out and see if it's working. Alright. Okay, so I
So clean the nozzle carefully. Nozzle air care. feels on air valve. When you press the trigger down, the compressor will turn on automatically. Trigger down. Okay. And the airbrush will come out. The paint, water, or milk, the fluid you fill in the cup will come out when you press the trigger.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you gotta press this down. Okay. So, because I was thinking, what is this? All right. So the air builds. When you press the trigger down, the compressor will turn on automatically. So let's push this back. Okay. Assemble the airbrush liquid cup and compress. Fill the liquid cup in with mineral water essence. Water, diluted lotion, paint, thick liquid must be diluted before filling in. Otherwise, it may block the airbrush easily. Press the button, power button for 5 seconds. The indicator light will be on green. Then press the trigger down and back, and the compressor starts to work. Start your amazing job now. Okay, so let's see. This is why it's good to read the directions, because see, I'm thinking it's gonna work the same way. Oh, there you go. So you have to press the trigger. I'm thinking this airbrush machine gonna work like other airbrush system machines that or the one I have. But guys, that's why it's so very important to go ahead and read your instructions, because not everything works the same way. So you press and hold the power button for 5 seconds, and you'll see this green light come on. And to use your airbrush machine, you gotta press your trigger down like this. You gotta press down and then pull the trigger back for the spray. Okay, so let's grab some water and let's grab a napkin so you guys can see how it the airbrush machine works. I like to do it on a blue paper towel because you can see it working better that way. Let me grab some water. Hold on a second, guys. Alright, so let's put a little water in here. Okay, so I'm just gonna fill the cup up. Not this much. You don't want to fill no cup up this much with anything. About just that much. Okay? But good, it was just water. But if it's paint, you had a mess. Alright, you can always put your top on, or you can leave the top off. I'm going to go ahead and screw the top on just a bit, just to cover it, okay? And now I'm going to press down. And as you can see, guys, it worked just fine. You can see as I circle, the water is coming out of the nozzle. I don't know if I can get a good shot showing you the spray itself. If you can see the water coming out itself. But as you can see, it's already saturated the paper towel. So it works just fine. Okay, so when you clean it, you can put water, or I have an airbrush cleaning solution, and I'll share that with you guys once I show you guys a demonstration of using a color in here. If you use the airbrush acrylic paints, this liquid will work. If you'll use the gel paints that is created now, that solution will work. Now, the one thing I do know how to clean your nozzle to make sure you get that backflow is you take whatever you're using, or I'm using a paper towel, and I'm just going to compress it. And what it does, I'll show you. You'll know. You can keep the top off when you're cleaning it. It's just going to form these bubbles. And that's just cleaning that nozzle and cleaning out this part of the airbrush where the paint and stuff flows. So you want to definitely do that, okay? And as you guys can see, the airbrush works amazing. I like it. I think I might like it better than my other one. But it's always good to have two, because you always have one on standby. But the most important thing, guys, to always remember is to keep your airbrush clean. After you use it, clean it out. Make sure you clean it out. If you use some harsh paints or whatever the case may be, take everything apart. And it does show you in this. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. Hit the button, and now it's off. But it does show you here how to break it down and clean. So as I stated, you want to fill the clean water or cleaner in the cup. Cover the nozzle with your fingertips or wipes and make the airbrush work. And the dirty liquid will flow back into the cup. Pour out the dirty liquid. Repeat this operation several times till there is no dirty liquid, okay? If you want a deeper clean, you may need to disassemble the airbrush and clean it inside with the professional tools. Pour out the liquid first, then please follow the steps below. Now, if you do it this way and you're using like a thinning, because it tells you here, thick liquids must be diluted before filling in, otherwise it may block the airbrush easily. So these are the brushes they talking about. These tools here, if you had to, if you was using a thicker consistency of paint and you needed to go in and clean out the airbrush machine, you have different size brushes to go down and clean out this part of the airbrush. What you'll do is take your airbrush, the nozzle off of the compressor, and just sit the compressor to the side, guys, because there's nothing you need. When you want to charge it, you could take the nozzle off too and put this on the charger and store your nozzle somewhere where it's going to be protected, and you know it's not going to get crushed or messed up. But anyway, you unscrew this part and you pull off here. Now I don't want to do it because I don't have no reason to break it down, but I'll just show you guys. So you take this part off here. This is your needle, but you got to take this part off, and you got to be real careful, guys, when you do that, because the needle controls the nozzle, okay? But you want to pull that needle out as fine as you can, not to bend it. Now I do have a playlist on the airbrush, and I show you guys how to break it down, how to clean it, how to put it back together, how to use it. Go over and check that out. I will probably try to link one of the videos from that playlist down in the description box below for you guys. It's not this airbrush, but the nozzle, cleaning the nozzle and cleaning the this part of the airbrush is the same, okay? So yeah, I'll share that with you guys. So then you have these little pieces here, and that helps you clean out the nozzle, and it have all different sizes, okay? But that's only if you need to. Now, if you properly keep your airbrush clean as you use it, you should not run into any issues with your airbrush clogging up on you. But if you find that you come back to your airbrush and it's not performing the right way, the best way to make sure is to break it all the way down. Make sure it's completely clean from top to bottom, and then start again, okay? So it does have the FAQ, facts and questions. So how to operate when the airbrush is clogged. Proper use and maintenance do not easily cause clogging solutions. Strain and thin the paint. Keep handle tip dry. Flush the airbrush repeatedly by increasing the air pressure. Airbrush cannot spray paint. The airbrush cannot spray paint. So, saying that why is my airbrush not spraying, right? The most common cause is a clogged nozzle. Other reasons may be too much paint, a loose needle nut, and low insufficient air pressure. Solutions are in the next page. So you can always go over here and you find the solutions, and you'll just follow the instructions to the solution of the airbrush system. Now the nozzle do come off. This part of the come off, because that's where your pen is at. As you can see, your pen go all the way through there. Sometimes you might have to take this part off and clean it out, and that's what those tools are for. Those little skinny tools, that's what that tool's for, to push those push the paint through. Like if you was using acrylic paints or sometimes, or I don't know what they use in bakery, but if you was using, I done dropped. Oh, there it is. I don't want to lose these because you need them. Alright. So if you were using acrylic paints, the nozzle here, these little brushes here will help clean out the paint from this part. So you want to make sure that part is clean, okay? When you placing this back on, you want to be real careful not to bend your needle. So you just want to place it on there, and you just want to tighten it up. Okay, you want to make sure that when you press this out, you can see your pen. Now, in order to increase the flow and all of that, you do this. You turn this while it's off. You never turn this when it's in use, okay? You just turn this to increase your pressure, decrease your pressure, or whatever the case may be, okay? So that's what you do with that. But guys, airbrushing can be fun. Make sure you always wear a mask. Make sure you always airbrush in a well-ventilated area. If you are in a room like me, make sure you have your windows open so you can get, good proper ventilation in the room, especially when you're using your airbrush system on a client. You want to make sure that you have proper ventilation and everything like that. You never want to be in a position where your client, the room is fuming up, because acrylic paints or even gel paints will cause fumes to, be in the air. So you want to make sure that you are keeping that in mind for your clientele. Okay, keep that in mind for yourself as well. So always properly mask up. Have well ventilated areas. Make sure you have your purifiers, or what is those things called? Not air. Yeah, air purifiers. Air purifiers going. Your windows up if you have windows in your nail space, and just make sure it's properly ventilated. All right, guys. I will be back in another video to share with you guys how I use this airbrush machine. But this is the unboxing, and the airbrush works really well. I like this version of the airbrush. It is a dual action airbrush, so you can use it for all type of things, not just nails. For those that deal with craft and you want to easily paint or easily do something with your craft project, this airbrush should be good for that as well. I will leave the information down in the description box below for you guys, so you all can go over and check out this airbrush for yourself if you're looking for a good airbrush system. And yeah, I will see you all in my next video. The deuces are flying in the air. Poof. The Nail Genie, she's out.